Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, the golden couple whose whirlwind romance has captivated the globe, extended their celebration of the Kansas City Chiefs' resounding 31-0 demolition of the Las Vegas Raiders into an intimate evening of culinary indulgence and affectionate camaraderie. The power duo, flanked by Travis's teammates and key members of the Chiefs' support staff, converged at 1587 Prime, the swanky steakhouse co-owned by Kelce and his quarterback confidant Patrick Mahomes, for a feast that blended triumphant revelry with the subtle artistry of a night out in Kansas City. This outing, captured in a candid selfie shared by Joann, the spouse of Chiefs trainer Rob Jordan, encapsulated the essence of post-victory euphoria, unscripted joy, shared glances, and the quiet thrill of normalcy amid superstar scrutiny. In the snapshot, Travis beamed with uncontainable pride, his chiseled features softened by a powdered blue polo that hugged his athletic frame, a nod to the team's victorious palette. Taylor, ever the enchantress of subtle allure, directed a knowing smize, that signature Tyra Banks-coined expression of eyes-only seduction, toward the camera, her lithe form adorned with Chiefs red and gold jewelry that twinkled like talismans of fidelity. Beside them sat the Jordans and Atipa Mabonga, the team's marketing maestro, their collective smiles a mosaic of team spirit forged in the fires of Arrowhead Stadium's roar. This wasn't mere dining, it was a ritual of reconnection, a decompression from the gridiron's intensity where Swift, the 12-time Grammy laureate behind the freshly unveiled The Life of a Showgirl, could shed her stage persona and simply be Travis's anchor. The evening's prelude had unfolded under the stadium's floodlights, where Taylor, accompanied by her steadfast father Scott Swift, had materialized in a private suite to cheer her fiancé's exploits. Fan-captured glimpses revealed the duo's synchronized fervor. Scott, donning a cap from Travis's burgeoning American Eagle collaboration, leaned forward in rapt attention, while Taylor's presence, though discreet this season, infused the air with electric anticipation. Her support, once a spectacle of sequin solidarity, has evolved into a more veiled devotion, a maturation mirroring the couple's deepening commitment. Yet, her love for Travis remains a public sonnet, broadcast in tender vignettes that affirm their August engagement as no fleeting whim but a cornerstone of destiny. Delving into the proposal's choreography, Taylor recently regaled the Tonight Show audiences with the narrative's delightful machinations. Travis, the 36-year-old tight end whose on-field prowess rivals his off-field charm, had orchestrated a masterful diversion, enlisting his New Heights podcast, co-hosted with brother Jason, as a smokescreen to mask the backyard preparations at his Kansas City abode. I think for Travis the podcast was just a distraction sort of ruse to keep me not looking out the windows of the house, Taylor divulged with a conspiratorial sparkle, recounting the blackout drapes that shrouded every vista, a testament to his meticulous fervor. There were blackout drapes on every single window of the whole house. I was like, he is so serious about this and I really appreciate that. Post-recording, Travis's uncharacteristic jitters betrayed the grand gesture afoot, his pacing a far cry from the cool swagger of game day huddles. Taylor, attuned to his rhythms, clocked the nervous energy immediately. Afterward, I realized he's walking around nervous about the podcast, she recalled. I've never seen this dude nervous. When he proposed a casual glass of wine in the backyard, a locale now hallowed, Taylor's intuition ignited, unveiling the meticulously arranged scene. Lights strung like stars, petals scattered in poetic disarray. It was the best possible case scenario, she gushed, her voice a melody of fulfillment, the sky above them opalite with promise. This romantic interlude segues seamlessly into speculations on their nuptials, a union poised to eclipse even Swift's most elaborate tour spectacles. Taylor, a self-professed numerology aficionado, envisions a date rich with significance, perhaps aligning with her beloved October, the month of her birth and thematic fixations, or calibrated to Travis's career cadence. As he approaches his 36th birthday on October 5th, the shadow of retirement looms post-2025, the final year of his contract, potentially liberating their timeline for unfettered celebration. Should he persist in the NFL, an off-season affair between February's Super Bowl and July's training camp beckons. Otherwise, autumn's crimson hues could cradle their vows. The release of The Life of a Showgirl on October 3rd adds another layer, with tour announcements traditionally following swiftly, though Swift's penchant for surprise keeps all in suspense. The bachelorette paradigm poses its own intrigue. Taylor, who once quipped about wedding reveries in her youth, confessed on Heart Radio her uncharted territory. You would think that I had been that type of person who would have obsessed over the idea of a wedding my whole life, she admitted, but I actually never thought about what I would ever do or what I would want, until I met the person. A hen-do in British parlance remains unconsidered. Her constellation of friends, Blake Lively, Selena Gomez, the Hyam sisters, too ensconced in their empires for such frivolity. They're so fun but they're so busy, she noted, prioritizing intimacy over extravagance. Envisioning the bridal ensemble evokes Swift's sartorial poetry, a gown from Oscar de la Renta or Elie Saab, classic silhouettes infused with her signature whimsy, perhaps embroidered lyrics or veiled Easter eggs for eagle-eyed fans. Post-ceremony, a transition to a dance floor confection, honoring the something old, new, borrowed, blue tradition with heirlooms from her folklore era. Travis, no stranger to style, witness his proposal shorts, a humid August casualty, might eschew tuxedo norms for tailored innovation, elevated shorts a cheeky internet dare, though deference to his bride's radiance likely prevails. I don't want him to wonder if it even matters if he's there, Taylor once affirmed to Cosmopolitan, underscoring equity in their union. The guest ledger brims with luminaries, parents and siblings paramount, Jason Kelce as presumptive best man with daughters Wyatt, Elliot, and Bennett as flower girls, baby Finley excused for nap time. Chiefs stalwarts like Mahomes topped the roster, alongside Cleveland Heights cohorts for Travis's bacchanalian send-off. Taylor's inner sanctum, childhood confidant Abigail Anderson, godchildren from Blake and Ryan Reynolds, ensures a sourdough-scented warmth, undeterred by rumored rifts. Musically, live orchestration reigns, Travis affirming on new heights. I think we're live music kind of people, you know? Ed Sheeran's on-stage inevitability draws Taylor's jest. Ed, if there's a stage, you know that you'll be on it. Hyam or Post Malone could serenade, blending intimacy with star power. Rings symbolize eternity. Travis's old mine brilliant cut diamond, flanked by side stones in yellow gold, pairs with Taylor's Cartier timepiece. Flexible bands for game days ensure practicality. Scale whispers intimacy over spectacle. Nikki Glazer predicts big yet private, a family and friends bastion shielded from helicopters. Post-vow, Swift's fan communiques will unveil glimpses, perpetuating her lore.